Hello and welcome to my first ever Nintendo year predictions and wish list, where I will be going through the entire year of 2024 and predicting, as well as adding my personal wishes, Nintendo's entire year of reveals and releases, because I am so excited for this next year. Also, I'm so sorry if I sound bad right now. I am currently sick, but I really wanted to get this video out, so sorry if I sound a little off. Starting off with January. The last 3 years, we have seen the first Nintendo Direct of the year in early February, so January will be dry, with not much going for it. Yikes. Then comes February. The first Nintendo Direct of 2024 will take place early in the month. I'm gonna say Wednesday, February 7th. Nintendo starts by announcing the release date for Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, and it's coming out in May of 2024. Then they will go into an assortment of games throughout the Direct, including a big reveal of whatever Pokemon game they are doing next that will be coming out fall of 2024. One last little show off of more details about the new Princess Peach Showtime that already has a release date in March. The Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon remake that will get a release date for June something of 2024. They will also remind us of the Mario vs. Donkey Kong remake they will have coming out the next week with a short clip while detailing some extra mode or something it comes with. And of course, tons of smaller but still big and relevant games in between all of this. Then they will play that classic twist on us where they say, oh, and one more thing. Then, just a logo screen of Super Mario Odyssey 2 coming 2024. The crowd goes wild. Then the Direct is over. Most people will walk away from this Direct feeling like it was good, but that there was a lack of new releases for the later half of 2024, and it still seemed way too wide open. And mostly just left us with a huge anticipation for the usual summer E3-Nintendo Direct to give us some more. March will see the release of Princess Peach Showtime, and it will do amazing. It'll sell incredibly, and everyone will say Nintendo really outdid themselves with this game. April will be really slow, with not much to show for it, but we will start to see some Nintendo Switch 2 leaks popping up all over the place. May sees the release of Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door remake, and for a solid 2 weeks the internet will break over love for this game, and everyone will be talking about how happy they were that Nintendo finally listened to their fans. Early June will be flooded with everyone talking about what the next Nintendo Direct will be, with leaks everywhere. The big June Direct will be held on Wednesday, June 19th, and they will open with something unbelievable: the Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo will show off this beautiful next Nintendo system, fully displaying all of its features and functionalities while we see glimpses of what is clearly Mario Odyssey 2 playing on the new system. It is a dual-screen device. Both of its screens are about as tall as the Switch, but about 2/3 of its length, with controls on half of the system from what we can tell. It looks almost like a large 3DS. They show someone playing it in their hands as they are in a bedroom when someone walks in and says, "Come on, let's all play." We see the person pop out their Super Mario Odyssey 2 cartridge and pop in another cartridge saying Dual Switch Go, or some weird name like that. It's clearly a game made to show off the mechanics of the system, similar to 1-2 Switch. He walks into the living room where some other people are holding remote controls. The first player snaps apart their Switch and places the bottom half in a dock that looks similar to the current Switches, but made to fit this system. The person holds the top half as they and their friends watch the TV screen light up with the Dual Switch Go. We watch them all play together, and the others are playing on Dual Switch controllers, similar to the Pro controllers. The clip ends and another begins. We see someone looking at Switch games on a shelf. They grab Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and pop it in the bottom half of their systems. We then see the person sit on the couch next to someone. They press their fingers into the top half and slide away the plastic covering up extra controls on the top screen. Then separate the screens and hand one to their friends. They then sit next to each other and play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate together on one system in both their hands. We see a few more clips showing off the system before it fades to black. Then onto our host. He says, "Hello there, I'm Shinya Takahashi." Sorry if I messed that up. "And I will be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct." What you just saw there was our newest system, the Nintendo Dual Switch. This new system has the amazing abilities of the Nintendo Switch and so much more. We can't wait to release it this fall. Until then, please continue to enjoy your Nintendo Switches. We will all collectively lose our minds with excitement. Of course, we will have a hard time calming down after that to watch the rest of the Direct. There isn't much more, just reminders of Luigi's Dark Moon remake coming out later that month, The next Pokemon game gets a release date for the first week of September, like September 1st. There are a few other games, but it's clear Nintendo is neatly wrapping things up with the Nintendo Switch and is preparing for the Nintendo Dual Switch. The direct ends with, "Oh, and one more thing before you leave," and the screen fades. Suddenly, we get a full reveal with a cutscene and then gameplay footage of Metroid Prime 4 that ends with a coming to the Nintendo Dual Switch holiday season of 2024. And the crowd goes wild once again. After the direct, we get a flurry of so much information on the Nintendo Dual Switch that we can hardly keep up on it. We learn of all of its specs and capabilities. It's running on slightly older software, making its abilities somewhere between Gen 8 and current gen. But Nintendo uses some really neat engineering to make it run like the current gen. The system uses cartridges and will be able to play nearly all Nintendo Switch games, both physical and those you paid for, as long as you log into the Dual Switch with the same Nintendo account you used for the Switch. All of the current library of games on the Virtual Console Nintendo has uploaded thus far are also coming along on the Nintendo Dual Switch. For games requiring the old Nintendo Joy-Cons, the Switch's Joy-Cons can be paired to the Nintendo Dual Switch, but for some reason Nintendo skirts this by that they won't be usable otherwise, and mostly are left behind. However, all Pro Controllers will work, and Nintendo is also making new Pro Controllers specifically to the Dual Switch. It will become clear that Nintendo has fixed the Joy-Con drift issue by getting rid of the Joy-Con. The Dual Switch has implemented Mii's much more back to their system, with Mii's as icons with extra customization features and reintroducing the Miiverse, though it's been cleaned up and has a whole new look. It will have an LCD screen, and while the DS and 3DS had a hinge break issue, the Dual Switch fixed that issue by being attachable and detachable. The bottom screen has controls that are clearly visible. It's the main system, which has a slot to slide the cartridges in and a hole to place in a charger or to dock it into TV mode. While the top screen looks like just a screen, until you slide off the plastic coverings, and then it's clear it also has controls, so it can also be used as a controller. When connected together, they can be played similar to the DS and 3DS system of games, sometimes with a lot of functionality to the dual screen concept, and in some games it's just used as a map or something simple. It can also be removed and turned off in games that barely utilize it, so the player can focus on the main screen. Only the main screen, which is the bottom screen where all of the components are built in, is used when playing Switch games on the Dual Switch. In some multiplayer games, the user can split the Dual Switch in two, so that two players can play the same game together via the system with two separate controls and screens. When hinged together, the dual screen runs via direct connection, but when separated, it connects via Bluetooth, and may run slightly slower, but is not common and practically unnoticeable in most games when it does happen. The dual screen does have touchscreen capabilities, and there's a special large stylus available to purchase separately, but similar to the Nintendo Switch's touchscreen, it goes largely unused by most games and the public combined. The system has a few critics, of course, but most people are extremely excited for this new system, and the internet is abuzz with excitement. Nintendo has also prepared for the excitement for the new system and has been working tirelessly to have enough supplies to stock every store with the Dual Switch to avoid shortages and make bank when it comes out. As we will see in the next Direct, they plan to make it a fantastic first year for the Dual Switch. July is mostly uneventful. Sales for the Nintendo Switch plummet as people can't stop talking about the new Nintendo system coming soon. August is also pretty slow, but Nintendo does do a partner showcase in the beginning of the month, then in late August a dedicated Pokemon Direct for whatever Pokemon game is coming out September 1st or whatever. September comes in, and with it a September Direct on Wednesday, September 4th, that starts with a compilation of the Nintendo systems that have led us to the Nintendo Dual Switch. We all get nostalgic looking at the good old days of the Wii and the 3DS and the early days of the Switch, and then we see a few clips of the Dual Switch, and then the big announcement. The Dual Switch will officially release Friday, September 20th, and the crowd goes wild. Yes, the next Nintendo system will be available in just a couple weeks. Then the announcer tells us how pleased he is to share the news with us, and how excited he is for the future of the new console. And without further ado, let's begin the full presentation. They start us off with the full reveal of Super Mario Odyssey 2, which is amazing. It's everything we have ever wanted and more. It's exactly what everyone has been dreaming for, and it's a launch title for the Dual Switch. Everyone is so excited. We also get the reveal of Dual Switch Go, which is also a launch title on the Dual Switch. That's really it for launch titles, but given all of our Switch games work on the Dual Switch, we're not really all that disappointed. Next, they go through a small showcase of other games that are coming to the Dual Switch. which all look great, but most are coming 2025. Next, we see the reveal of the long-awaited Mario Kart 9. It's a new Mario Kart game. It has everything Mario Kart 8 Deluxe had and more. More mini-games, some we've never even seen, and this incredible make-your-own racetrack feature everyone gets really excited for. And the best part, it gets a release date for October 18th, less than a full month after the dual Switch is out. Everyone's so excited. Then after that, the one I'm truly excited for. The clip starts out on a very familiar island in beautiful HD. We see a Mii walk on the beach on the island, and a pop-up appears saying, "Welcome to your brand new island home." We see a compilation of clips of a brand new Tomodachi game. They've added new places such as a movie theater and made some areas bigger and connected like the park and amusement park. We see clips of HD Miis getting up to silly shenanigans, and they show off old and new minigames alike. We see a couple get married. We see a gay couple tell the lookalikes that they've adopted a child. We see a clip of someone making a movie in the new movie theater. We see a Mii propose. We see a Mii take care of a pet horse. All of us Tomodachi Life fans are going absolutely insane right now. Then we get the announcement that Tomodachi World will be coming to the Nintendo Dual Switch November 8th, and we all collectively scream with joy. We are told there will be a dedicated Tomodachi World Direct as we get closer to the launch. We are all freaking out with joy. We then see more details on Metroid Prime 4, and all the fans are so happy with it. And we get the release date of December 6th, just in time for Christmas. Then before the Direct ends, we get the classic, "Oh, and one more thing." Then we get a very small anime clip of Tom Nook giving an Animal Crossing player a note, and the player doing a confused emotion, then a shocked emotion. Then it fades into Animal Crossing Cozy Village coming 2025, and we collectively lose it with excitement. That concludes the Nintendo Direct, and we are all shocked and thrilled. That was one of the best Nintendo Directs that we have ever seen, and there was so much to be excited for. The Dual Switch release comes, and even with all of Nintendo's preparation, they still had a hard time keeping it on shelves. It sells record numbers right away, and everyone is talking about how amazing it is. October comes, and of course everyone's talking about the new Mario Kart 9. It also sells incredibly. Next thing you know, the Tomodachi World Direct is announced, and it is held on October 30th, where they do a goofy presentation just like they did for Tomodachi Life, and go about the process of making a Mii. It's mostly the same. More Mii customization is available on the Dual Switch, so that's also in the Tomodachi World Mii Maker. They also let you choose between male, female, other, and when you choose who a Mii likes, you just click any or all that apply. It's simple, but it suffices, and it's inclusive enough for the LGBTQ+ community to be delighted, and yet not on a level that made the Christian moms boycott it. Nintendo somehow found a happy medium. Once you make your Miis, they move in. We're told you can have a total of 100 to 200 Miis. It's kinda complicated. They did away with the old system of apartments and homes, and now every Mii has a home in the Mii Village. It's a complete 3-room home with one main big room and an open floor plan that is the kitchen, dining room, and living room all in one. One room that is the Mii's bedroom, and one room that is a small bathroom. When Miis get married, their homes stay the same size, and the Mii's home who moved in with the other Mii will become vacant, and all decorations given to them will automatically go in your inventory. Yes, with these new homes comes customization. You can buy and gift your Miis the wallpaper and flooring and decorations for their home, so their homes become truly unique to them. Some things are essential. You can give them different tables or couches, but you can't get rid of tables or couches in general. However, decorations can be gifted and removed via decoration menu available when you visit a Mii. Miis can of course fall in love and get married, and when they do, they may get the interest to have children. If they do, they will have hearts, and you will be told your Mii is thinking of having children. Depending on the gender combination, they will either be interested in trying to have a baby or adopting, or both options. If you suggest the Mii should try having a baby, then either your Mii will announce their pregnancy and will then go through 3 days of pregnancy and have the baby on day 4 and call you to meet their baby, or they will simply call to announce they adopted a baby. Either way, the game will automatically combine both parents' Miis to make the appearance of the baby, and you will then get to name them. The Mii baby will then go through 5 days as a baby, 5 days as a toddler, 5 days as a little kid, 5 days as a big kid, 5 days as a preteen, 5 days as a teen, and then they will age up and move out. In this time, the new child gets their own room that will appear when in the house and will disappear after they move out. The family can also have up to 3 children at the same time. The rooms will also slightly change as they get older, and They get more age-appropriate beds and furniture. The game features plenty of places to go and things to do. There are places you remember and so much more. The clothing boutique and hat store have become one. The shopping mart has grown a little bit bigger. There's the pawn shop. The interior design, instead of selling whole room setups, sells wallpaper, flooring, and furniture now. There's the theater we used to do musicals in, but now they offer musicals and movies. Rankings are still there, but they're a part of a bigger bulletin that has a lot of other fun offerings. Of course, me still enjoy the beach and the park, where the observatory is now also located, and the amusement park leads right from it. The cafe and photo booth are now part of a much bigger mall, with other small places to go, such as an arcade and a pet adoption store, and so much more. There's also a fancy restaurant on the top of the hill, the one we only saw in cutscenes before. Everything is all on one large island now. There's so much to do, and they go through every single feature, and we are all starstruck and can't wait for it to come out. It comes out in November, and all Tomodachi Life fans and new fans alike freak out when we finally get our hands on it. It's everything we have ever wanted and more. Miiverse and the internet alike are abuzz with Tomodachi Life funny clips and memes. December comes and Metroid Prime 4 comes out, and it's everything those fans have ever dreamed of. And with that, we have a successful 2024 and a successful first few months of the Nintendo Dual Switch. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Once again, I'm so sorry that I did this while I was sick, but I couldn't help myself. I've been very excited for this. I wrote 9 pages for this script. It's one of my longest ones ever. But anyway, tell me your Nintendo 2024 predictions and wishlists in the comments below. And Happy New Year, everyone. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoy Animal Crossing, Tomodachi Life, and cozy Nintendo gaming in general, consider subscribing to join the family. And if you liked today's video, gently tap that like button so YouTube likes me. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Love you all! Bye!